What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. So check this out, y'all. I saw the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney face off, and let me tell y'all what I saw. Now, for all of the people that's into the drama of it all, I'm not. I'm just looking at the series, the severity of it. Now, I don't know what it is with Ryan Garcia fans, but y'all seem to think everything that's not funny is funny. Let me explain something to you guys, though. When I look at Team Haney, all of the people talking this shit, oh man, Devin's father talk too much, Devin's father is Devin's father is doing what he's supposed to do. He's Devin's mouthpiece. Devin speaks when he wants to, when he feels he needs to. Otherwise, he let his dad handle all of that. Because, like I said before, y'all have no problem when Teofimo Lopez delusional dad speaks. Y'all have no problem when Big John Fury delusional ass speaks. No problem with that. But as soon as Bill Haney speaks, who has an undefeated, a former undisputed champion himself, moved up and got a belt, another belt, everything they try to always take away from Devin. No matter what Devin does, it's always let's complain and talk trash about probably the hardest fucking working boxer in the damn sport right now. Trying to make these fights happen, trying to give you the best fights that he can give you. He's one of them, But all of the talking, right? All of the criticizing, based on what? What's the criticizing about? Because he succeeded where y'all wanted him to fail. He's on point. He's ready. He's confident, and pretty much, I see a fighter who's looking forward to this fight. With Ryan Garcia, I see a team divided. I see a guy who I'm looking at Ryan like, was this dude drunk? Was he high? Something, the way he was acting up there on that stage, then he made some video where he's sitting there talking about to my fans, that's concerned about me and stuff, and I'm looking at him like something is not right with this guy. He's up here talking about, yo, Bernard, you want to squash the beef and stuff? And Bernard's talking about there's no beef. They're talking about everything other than really the fight. The emphasis is all about all this other shit. Yeah, Bernard and them touched on it. These guys fighting in their primes and stuff. But the things that they half-ass addressed was like, why are you even bringing this up here? Bill Haney's clowning Ryan Garcia's dad. He's clowning the team. He clowned B-Hop. He addressed him for that little bullshit shove. He basically, bottom line, he's keeping it business. My fighter versus your fighter. See, all the bullying tactics, all the tough guy antics, all of that is people who are not confident. I don't see Ryan as a confident guy. He's sitting there like his whole, his energy was just different. I'm just going to whoop his ass. And he honestly reminded me more of Rolly Romero. The way Rolly just talks shit for no reason at all. Just, whatever you say to Rolly, his response has nothing to do with what you just asked him. And I'm watching Ryan, and I'm just like, Ryan looks fucked up. He looks like he's on something. I don't really take him serious. And I got to agree with Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley said he's not a real fighter. And you want to know something what people don't understand? A person who don't know how to fight can stand up and throw punches in the air. Okay? Now, you got to learn how to hit a speed bag and all that. Throw punches properly so you don't break your hand and break your wrist and all that kind of stuff as well. But what I'm saying, as a fighter, the discipline, the understanding, something, that these fighters don't do what the fighters of old did. They don't do film study. They don't appreciate and understand the science. They don't love it. They basically have an ego. They want to be seen as better than what they actually are. And pretty much they're not willing to earn that shit. They want to just tell you how great they are. Okay? Or how great they think they are. And then they want you to just, fall in line and start singing that tune for them. When I watch Ryan Garcia, like I told you, all I see is flash and flare. I don't see the skill level that people are talking about that he has. No. He's been able to beat everybody so far with the exception of Tank Davis. And, even the fights that he's won. Look, Ryan has some talent, but Ryan Garcia is not what he's trying to make people think he's not, what he thinks he is himself. And to be honest with you, I think that this man's life, I don't know, his personal life, all the things that he could be going through, whatever, but that's not Devin Haney's problem. And when you show up to a press conference and you're on something, that's not a good sign. That's not a disciplined fighter. It's more than just the physicality. We know that you have to have it in here. You have to have the heart and the stomach for it. We've seen him quit before. So my point with Ryan Garcia, not only whatever he may be going through in his personal life, do you think if there was no beef, he would have said to Bernard, you want to squash the beef, and then they're going to walk up and shake hands, and that's going to make everything go away? What are you, like 12, man? Like I'm listening to this thing, and I'm just like, yeah. I see him getting his ass whooped by Devin Haney. I see him getting fucked up, and I see him getting schooled. And whether they stop him or not, don't know, don't really care. But the reality of it is, Ryan Garcia, to me, is in a position where whatever guidance that he should get from this team, the closeness, that bond, it's not there, man. It's not there. I mean, you hear like some of the best fighters, they always have a close bond with their trainer, because what ends up happening is this is a sport of life and death. Your life could actually be on the line, okay? And when you have someone that cares about your well-being, that means even after the sport, whether you stop boxing or the trainer stops training, what's going to end up happening is what? You're going to continue to be in touch. You're going to continue to have that bond. You're going to continue to spend time and that type of thing. Those make the best fighters. Okay, and that is that type of bond brings the best chemistry. And when you have that, you feel more confident going into a fight. You feel more comfortable with the people around you. When you can't trust the people around you, when you don't know how to see people that's supposed to be in your corner, well, you see the things that happen. I just made a video about Alicia Baumgartner, and I spoke a little bit about Tony Harris, because like he said, he does everything with his fighters. You get to know them, you get to know the person. He want that bond with them, and this is something I don't see with Ryan and Golden Boy. This is nothing new. They've had a rivalry. They've been going back and forth publicly, so it's nothing new. And when you have a team divided like that, the worst is going to happen. The worst is going to happen. And to be honest with you, even stylistically, the type of style that he has, I don't know what Derek James is able to add to that. We'll see come fight night. But Ryan Garcia is a mess. You look at what he did at that face-off, that press conference, whatever. You look at the message after, was like, the guy has issues. He has issues. And I won't be shocked if after the fight they say they found something in his system. Ryan is not, he's on the wrong track, man. It's like he has no control. It's almost like looking at him and watching his actions. It's almost like, man, he feel like he's on a team that don't want him on the team. You understand what I mean? Or he's not sure if he wants to be on that team. You don't see that bond there. And a lot of times it's like people don't know what to do, so they start turning to alcohol and drugs and stuff like that. You can't tell me that something wasn't wrong with Ryan. Something definitely wasn't right with that guy. And when I watched it, I said, damn, the fact of the matter is, they can talk all the trash they want. They can talk all this, they're in their primes. And yeah, you have a fighter that has issues. Remember before, he claimed to have mental health issues, and he walked away from a fight when he was supposed to have it before. And if I'm correct, wasn't it Devin Haney he was supposed to be fighting? And then all of a sudden walked away with mental health issues. And let's not forget, a couple of weeks ago, he makes a comment talking about how he don't think New York is the right place for this fight and for his career. And should Ryan Garcia lose this fight, which I believe he's going to get his ass whipped, But what is the excuse going to be after he lose? My head wasn't right. I wasn't in a good space, man. There was things that we needed to happen that didn't happen. And I mean, like, nobody, look, that's not going to change the outcome of the fight. But I honestly feel like Ryan Garcia right now is not in a good space. And I think it's only going to get worse for him. Not to mention, his two biggest step-up fights, he'll have lost to both of those guys. And what's funny is, there was a time where Tank was the guy, oh, he ain't going to beat nobody in that weight. Because after the fight with the Cuban guy, that hurt his foot in the fight, and they talking about how Tank, oh, he's supposed to hit so hard he couldn't even knock him out, and Tank this and Tank that, and then they said the same stuff about Haney, but look at who are the two top guys. Tank is the top in his division, and Haney is the top in his division. Let's just be real. I don't think Teofimo beats Devin Haney. I want to see, right? But I don't think he beats Devin Haney. Tank Davis, look at what's going on at 135. And what's funny is, I'm hearing that Shakur Stevenson says if Ryan pulls out, he'll step in. I thought he was retired, right? I thought Mr. I'm walking away from. See, I told you guys, man, these guys love to just run their mouth and talk to try to get attention to themselves. And they think if they say they retire, like this is gonna build like a demand for them. People are going to want to see them back. Like, and these guys just talk. They just talk. Well, if you walked away from a fight that you shouldn't have walked away from in the first place, so what would make you take the fight now all of a sudden at 140? I don't know, man. Ryan, I'm not focusing on Shakur either at this point too, because like I said, Shakur just talks and he claims he's retired now. All of a sudden he wants to fill in. Well, I'll say this for Devin Haney, you and Bill keep doing what you guys are doing, and not many fighters go out on top, but do what you have to do. Keep trying to do nothing but fight the top guys, man. As for Ryan needs to get help. Something is not right with this guy. You can't be an athlete and an alcoholic. You can't be an athlete and a drug addict. You can't be. It doesn't mix well. You can't. So if he is neglecting his mental health, and if he feels like getting high or drunk or whatever he was on is the way to try to defeat whatever he's feeling, that's just a pattern of destruction, and he's already on the team divided. So I feel like he goes in there, he's going to get his ass whooped by Devin Haney. I think even at 100% mentally, I still think Haney beats him. Haney's just a better fighter all around. But I believe for Ryan that he gets his ass whooped. Golden Boy is really going to turn their backs on him fully, because it's going to be, we got you 2 step-up fights and you lost both times. They're going to, and the things I'm saying now, they might even bring up him having a problem. We know Oscar De La Hoya was doing coke at one point, right? Still might before. I don't know. But bottom line is, like, he's not in good company in terms of comfort and leadership. And someone, it's not they have no chemistry there. So even if they tried to look out for him, I don't think he'd respect them enough to even listen to them. I think they all just, it's like it's about the money. That's that. And like I said, they're team divided. They're bumping heads. That can't play out well for Ryan. It just can't. See, and the thing is, Oscar, Bernard, all these guys, they can promote far longer than Ryan can box. So if Ryan Garcia gets thrown to the wayside, then that's just what happens. They're looking, okay, next, let's just be real. Ryan Garcia is not viewed the way he used to be. We've seen the vulnerability, and not only did he lose the Tank, but the fact that he quit, and everybody know he could have got up if he wanted to. Tank beat the fight out of him. So we know that Ryan will quit. It's just been there. Victor Ortiz was seen as a top prospect and a lot of potential. And the first time he had a fight where he made that comment, those very words of I don't need to be getting beat up like this, was like, wow. Okay, and he was never viewed as the same. And even though he wound up getting the title, you know, Victor Ortiz was a, you know, he was a good fighter, you know. But point is, when you lack certain things like heart, you headbutt people in the mouth when things are not going your way. You make excuses and lie deliberately when things are not going your way. You don't mind taking shortcuts, you know, and you'll quit the same way. So even when you get to a point where you got some star power, you have endorsements and commercials and all this type of stuff, man, it doesn't last forever. And when things start to crumble, a lot of people can't take it, and they wind up doing more than what they should, and they handle things the wrong way. So just saying, man, I see Golden Boy as a team divided. I see Devin Haney and his dad, their team is on the same page. They're ready. I think this spells disaster for Ryan Garcia. We shall see. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all in the next video.